Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ThePackHub's first webinar of the year, E-commerce Packaging Innovations. My name is Paul Jenkins, Managing Director of UK Packaging Innovation Consultancy at ThePackHub, and I'm delighted that you could join us today. So what will we cover in the next hour? We'll have, first of all, 60 seconds on the ThePackHub and our Innovation Zone platform. We'll then crack on straight away with some e-commerce packaging innovations fueled by the ThePackHub Innovation Zone. After that, we'll be speaking to Ian Beresford, Head of Marketing and Development at Essentra, who will be discussing enhancing sustainability and consumer experience in e-commerce packaging. We'll then switch back into some new e-commerce packaging innovations. It's part 2 of our tour of all the latest packaging innovations. Opportunity for questions and answers towards the end of the session, so please make sure you get any questions that you have in the panel, the Zoom panel question and answer box at the bottom of your screen. We'll then have details of our next event. So please, as I say, please get your questions in. You will get a link to the webinar recording post-event via email later this week. And all our webinars and all our video content can be viewed at youtube.com/ThePackHub. So a little bit about the ThePackHub for those that are new to us. We're a leading packaging innovation consultancy, sort of 4 main areas of consultancy help, project management and technical support. We do events, obviously webinars, as well as in-person events. We publish reports. Most recent one's Refillable and Reusable Packaging Compendium, the 2nd volume of that we've done, but we've also done others on global packaging trends, sustainable packaging and subjects like that. We publish a couple of those a year. And last but not least is our Innovation Zone platform. So this is a global packaging innovation database. We've got more than 6,700 packaging initiatives listed. We upload 25 new innovations a week, 5 a day effectively. And these are from concept through to in-market launch. So these are pre-commercialized ideas as well as those you might find on a supermarket shelf or online. Very much global view, so we're tracking innovations from around the world, and it's a really good way of keeping up to speed with what's going on and good for inspiration and idea generation. Okay, so let's look at some new packaging innovations. As I say, these are from our Innovation Zone platform. I always mention this at the beginning of our presentations. What I'm about to show you isn't an endorsement or examples of best practice necessarily. We find these initiatives interesting. I think it's important that we reflect what's going on in the market. Lots of businesses working towards sustainability strategies, for example, and you can make your own mind up in terms of the viability or otherwise in terms of some of the initiatives from an environmental point of view. First up is Kavak Biomaterials. They're based on the west coast of France, and they're producers of the oat box hemp, and an alternative to plastic-based products to fill space and protect items during transportation. Their void-fill product, oat box hemp, is a mixture of plant fibers from hemp and flax grown locally in the Vendée by farmers affiliated with its cooperative, as well as cotton and wool from recycled materials. So obviously being grown locally has an advantage from a carbon footprint point of view. The material, which comes in the form of an expansive wadding, is intended as void fill and is clearly used between the products to protect them during transportation. Kavak are focusing on the booming e-commerce market in particular, as you would expect, and their products are also used in the automobile industry for soundproofing and in house building as insulation. And apparently Kavak represents about 10% of the bio-based materials market in France, where whilst they're distributed their products globally. So that's quite an interesting innovation. I think I would be looking for potential reusability of that material. It's not a particularly useful, easy material to handle post-use, but it could obviously be used again by the recipient to keep their next e-commerce send out safe and secure. Next up is an innovation from Estonia called Wooler. These have been on the pages of our Innovation Zone before, and they've developed, in this case, an alternative to bubble wrap made from locally sourced waste wool. So again, from a carbon footprint point of view, sourcing material locally has obvious advantages. The project began when the CEO of Wooler discovered that 200,000 tons of wool were left over from European wool production annually. It's not clear what exactly happened to that material, but I suggest it didn't really have a viable second life. Wooler claim that bubble wrap is used for the production of an estimated 63 billion products every year, and they want to make the use of in their vision is to make fossil fuels for plastic redundant. Quite an ambitious objective. Wooler aims to halve that number by 2030, again very ambitious, by producing a functional alternative. They source all their wool locally from Estonian farmers. As they expand globally in the future, they aim to continue to work with local manufacturing units. That's quite an important part of their business model. The company currently has a team of about 15 people across Europe, including their manufacturing unit in Paldiski in Estonia. So there's 3 or 4 sort of wool-based products available, and obviously this is an e-commerce envelope type solution that you can see in front of you. Next up is a much bigger business, International Paper Company, and indeed they're the world's largest pulp and paper organization. They've announced that it has won a World Star Packaging Award recently for its reusable box, which has been designed to secure and protect electronic products without the need to use plastic or adhesives. The design of the box is a response to one of the challenges presented by the shipment of products sold online, and which is most demanded by consumers, ensuring that internet purchases reach their recipients, obviously in perfect condition. The design features a tamper-evident closure that breaks when the package has been opened for the first time without the need to use adhesive tape, thus favouring a circular economy and a sustainability model. It is also manufactured with low carbon production processes, apparently, and made only of corrugated cardboard, which is obviously a resistant material, which increases the safety of the contents. And it is 100% recyclable and reusable. Now, the e-commerce market is growing, and so is the reusable and refillable market, and the two kind of go hand in hand. So we've got quite a few examples today of reusable packaging, as you would expect in this channel. So Kickback is a Swiss startup that is using reusable packaging solution for e-commerce operations. When a customer receives their order in a Kick bag, it comes with return labels and instructions on how to return the packaging. The bag itself is made from recycled plastic of either PET or a similar durable plastic, with Velcro straps that adjust to the size of the product inside. The company says that it is more environmentally friendly than cardboard and plastic from the second use and can be used up to 30 times before being recycled. I think that is cardboard and plastic single-use packaging rather than reusable. Although the bags are generally in a neutral design, they could be individually branded with custom arrangements. Swiss Post announced that following successful trials, it has acquired Kickbag in order to achieve its ambitious sustainability targets. So this is no longer a Swiss startup; it's a Swiss conglomerate as part of the Swiss Post army of products. Next up, 2 Polish companies have formed a partnership to offer a new reusable packaging option. ThePackHub is an online platform that allows customers to design and order personalized packaging. PickPack is a courier and technology company specializing in fast, same day, next day, and weekend deliveries from online stores. The partnership will allow customers the option of replacing traditional cardboard packaging with reusable packaging. The new packaging is made from corrugated polypropylene, which offers better protection for the contents of the packages during transport and can be reportedly used more than 100 times in their view. Unlike other systems, the recipient is not required to return the packaging. The courier will take it back at the point of delivery. Now, that's quite an important case in terms of the efficiencies of e-commerce, that you obviously have, as part of the delivery, the opportunity to collect reusable packaging at the same time. So that can significantly reduce the carbon impact of the reusable strategy system. Also for returns, the courier will arrive equipped with appropriate packaging and prepare the shipment for transport to the e-shop themselves. So quite a commitment for the e-commerce courier company there. Distriplast is a manufacturer of corrugated polypropylene products based in Dunkirk, northern France. They produced Deplast PP products for signage and building products, but they also manufacture corrugated box and protection products such as layer pads and top sheets. Diplast sheets can be easily die-cut, folded and glued with corona treatment for printing on request. Ultrasonic or hot air welding fixtures allow for the making of highly sophisticated boxes. Being made from PP, these lightweight and cheap products are easily recycled. Diplast products are available in a wide range of dimensions, colours, thicknesses, weights and treatments. Distribox corrugated boxes can be easily customised for brands with online one-colour flexo printing. Aside from boxes, Distriplast is also able to manufacture protective internal dividers and trays. Last month, French packaging delivery company Mondial Relay started a partnership with the reusable packaging startup Hiply. Now, Hiply we've tracked quite a few times over the last 2 or 3 years. Hiply will provide Mondial with its reusable packaging, which they say can be reused up to 100 times. It says that it can reduce CO2 emissions by 83% compared to conventional corrugated board packaging, single use. The benefits of using this reusable packaging made from recycled polypropylene start from the second use. E-commerce merchants working with Mondial, who are already customers of Hiply, now have access to 50,000 items of reusable packaging. That sounds very impressive. The co-branded Hiply Mondial Relay parcels are available in 3 sizes, allowing them to be deposited in Mondial Relay lockers. When these reusable parcels are received by individuals, they have the option of reusing the packaging for a new shipment for personal use or returning it to Hiply by inserting it in a pre-stamped pouch. It will then be cleaned and returned to the system. Polish e-commerce fashion house Modivo has collaborated with global packaging company Mondi to move from their plastic packaging to Mondi's paper-based boxes and mailer bags, following a successful trial earlier last year. Mondi will implement its paper-based solutions across Mondivo's entire collection of shoes, bags and clothes. Mondi's mailer bags are made from craft paper, allowing them to be completely reusable as well as recyclable. The bags are available in 3 designs to protect their contents whilst reducing the air in the bag. There is a flat bottom version of the bag which complements existing pinch and folded bottom bags. The design also functions with easy closing, expandability for bulkier items and easier resealing functionality for returns. Mondi has plans to increase the mailer bag production to approximately 350 million items per year, which they say would replace approximately 7,000 metric tons of plastic per year. So to tie in with the recent World Cup at the end of last year, consumer electronics giant Samsung gave customers who purchased a new television the opportunity to convert the corrugated cardboard box the TV came in into a bench, allowing guests to watch the game with them. The bench is just one of a range of what it calls the eco-packaging concept, which is designed to encourage customers to reuse product packaging instead of discarding it. On the Samsung eco-packaging website, customers can find many other ideas for converting their packaging from cat houses to shelving. And in fact, we've tracked 2 or 3 of these examples in the Innovation Zone over the last couple of years or so. The eco-packaging project began in 2019. Within a year, the idea had already been implemented in the packaging of Samsung TVs and has now been extended to the boxes of other new products, such as monitors and home appliances. And we actually posted this on LinkedIn as a new idea a few months ago, and it got quite a lot of interest, both positive and not so positive, with people, some people really liking it as an idea, as an alternative reuse idea, and others thinking it was a little bit gimmicky. So up to you to make your own mind up. Again, we have Mondi have collaborated with German manufacturer of sustainable insulated packaging, Freshly Packing, to produce what they say is the reinvention of the cooler bag. The fresh bag is made entirely from renewable materials, providing excellent protective cooling properties, and offers consumers a durable cooler bag to carry chilled or frozen food home. It is certified as fully recyclable in existing European paper waste streams, and it is already scooped the functionality and convenience category at the recent German Packaging Awards. The fresh bag outer layer is entirely made from Mondi's durable craft paper, replacing the traditionally used unrecyclable multi-material packaging while improving cooling production by up to 3 to 5 times. The bag has a high resistance to tear, and it is claimed to carry large weights and sizes, with Fresh Packing says that it can even cope with products as large as turkeys. That's the end of part 1 of our tour of the latest e-commerce packaging innovations. I am now delighted to introduce you to Ian Beresford, Head of Marketing and Development at Essentra Tapes. Ian has a wealth of experience in the packaging industry and knows the e-commerce industry inside out. He will be discussing how packaging can create that vital first impression of an e-commerce business for customers, and therefore play a crucial role in consumer perceptions of their sustainability status. Ian, over to you.
Hello everyone, and firstly thank you to Paul for the introduction and to all of you for joining today. I'm delighted to be able to share with you all how we believe something as seemingly simple as a tape can help adapt and develop e-commerce packaging to respond to consumer, manufacturer and brands' evolving needs. So to kick off, let's set the scene and summarise some of the key trends that we'll discuss today. Firstly, you may notice that protect is not included. The importance of packaging to protect the product is well understood by manufacturers and consumers alike, so we'll not touch on this. But is packaging nothing more than a temporary practical tool used to protect your products on their journey to consumers? Is all packaging destined for the bin, discarded as soon as the consumer receives it? I think I can hear you all shout no at your screens. The ability of packaging is to protect a product, and it is still very critical, of course, with 39% of online shoppers saying that damaged goods would put them off placing another order with the brand, let alone recommending it to a friend. But packaging needs to offer more than safe transport alone. Brands can access the full potential of packaging, turning it into an essential aspect of the customer engagement strategy and an integral part of the process of consuming their products. First impressions count for a lot, and a consumer's first impression of any product will always be based on its packaging. With this in mind, our focus today will be on the top 3 items: sustainability, unboxing experience, and returns. Whilst we recognise that the cost reduction, especially in the current climate, is a key driving trend in 2023, and that the connected world demands smart packaging, these will be topics we'll cover at another time. Customer orientation is critical to any business. It is the end consumer who interacts with and gets the benefit of good or bad packaging, and it's this consumer who we must care deeply about satisfying. Today's consumers are paying much closer attention to the packaging used, far more so than generations before, and they're demanding much more from the brands they buy from, meaning that the second look before purchasing is becoming deeper and much more critical to address. But don't just take our word for it. At the end of 2020, we sought feedback from over 1,000 members of the public from across the UK, and the results were conclusive. Consumer packaging frustrations are still prevalent, with 70% of those surveyed reporting frustrations with packaging. For the results, listen again to our PackHub webinar of the time, and they're easy to download from our white paper on essentra.com. So firstly, we'll start where the consumer starts their journey, interacting with the packaging with that all important unboxing experience. With the rise of e-commerce, this has meant that unboxing is the new version of standout shelf appeal. And this isn't just an experience to be had behind closed doors. Influencers are sharing videos dedicated to the opening experience, guiding their followers to value these positive packaging interactions. The masters of the unboxing experience, Apple iPhone, purposefully engineer the slow slide during the unboxing of the product to drive anticipation and excitement. So surely something as easy opening of a package must be a given. However, our survey results suggested otherwise. Despite the work of brands and retailers, improved openability is still needed. The convenience of e-commerce is one of the key drivers behind its rapid growth, which was already outpacing high street retail even before the pandemic. To undercut this convenience, with a frustrating packaging experience, it can cripple a brand's relationship with its consumers. And wrap rage is still a reality for many. As well as causing frustration, a difficult to open pack also wastes that precious commodity of time. Tear tape offers the perfect solution to this problem. Whether it's corrugated boxes, fiberboard mailers, paper envelopes, there is a tape solution to match. With a tear tape, there's no need for blades or perforations. It offers safe, quick and intuitive access to e-commerce packaging, reducing the potential of damaging the product or the consumer. See the improvement for yourself. So you've successfully navigated the unboxing experience. But what happens when that pair of shoes the consumer ordered doesn't quite fit? Now we're into the world of the returns process. And let's look at how the original packaging can be used on the return journey too. More and more evidence is building, and the rise in e-commerce buying is accompanied by an increase in returns. These sources even suggest that as many as 1 in 5 people buy online with the intent to return. If a consumer needs to return that pair of shoes, it means that their journey with the business or their packaging is not over yet. The ease of the returns process and how a business facilitates that process will continue to shape a consumer's future relationship with that brand. Research from the payment provider Klarna shows 84% of shoppers would not return to a brand following a poor returns experience, meaning it pays to remove as many roadblocks for the returns process as possible. Demonstrating a preemptive, there if you need it approach to reverse logistics by incorporating easy return features into packaging solutions is a subtle, effective way that a brand can enhance its packaging, turning it into a vital element of the relationship with its consumers. Effective, returnable packaging begins with clean opening. Ensuring packaging is an opening solution that not only provides quick access to the product, but maintains the structural integrity of the pack itself. This is essential if the plan is to return items in the packaging it originally arrived in. If a consumer has to destroy the packaging upon opening an item, the returns benefit is lost immediately. This is where tear tapes, like ripper tape, provide an invaluable solution. And remember that tear tape opens a variety of paper-based packaging cleanly, safely, and without the need for perforations. So with the packaging open cleanly, if returns are needed, a pre-applied release liner over a glue line or a double-sided tape offers a no-fuss, ready-to-use solution to reseal the packaging and allow hassle-free repackaging and resending for the consumer. This allows the consumers to simply remove the liner to reseal their package and simply and securely return the item. In any relationship, it's important that both parties feel that their time is respected. And this goes for the relationship between brands and their customers as well. Meeting the needs of today's time-poor, always-on-the-go consumer is vital for every industry, especially ones that rely heavily on reverse logistics, such as clothing and electronics. Another major packaging irritation for consumers is how easy it is to close or reseal, with almost 30% of respondents highlighting this as their top concern. The solution I've mentioned earlier helps navigate this frustration. But does this add cost and increased passes through the production process for tape application at the point of packaging manufacture? Not anymore. Advances in packaging technology now mean resealing and easy opening can seamlessly be integrated into existing packaging lines through the use of multi-head applicator systems such as the SFAS DH1 applicator from Essentra Tapes that can dispense both easy opening ripper tapes alongside release liners and double-sided tapes in one pass. Thanks to modern intuitive applicator systems and clean opening systems, returnable packaging is now more accessible for brands and converters than it's ever have been. That heyday of single trip packaging for e-commerce applications is over, and that's one thing that won't be returning. We've already touched on waste reduction benefits of returns ready to use e-commerce packaging. But what about the materials being used? How sustainable can these be? In our consumer survey, when asked to think about goods delivered to our homes, 56% said that there is too much packaging and 40% highlighted there is a lot of waste. The demand for sustainability is often driving this frustration with over-packaging. And items that are overpackaged are seen as wasteful and bad for the environment, which reflects negatively on brands. Developing appropriate packaging for these goods is essential for the brand. For example, corrugated box manufacturers are providing optimized packaging solutions, working with the packaging lines of retailers to improve the design and remove the unnecessary fillers and extra space around items within that box. However, recyclability is also essential. When asked to rank 7 packaging sustainability topics in order of importance, recyclability came out by top by over 40%. It is accepted wisdom that today's consumers also place a premium on sustainability. According to Shaw's, the 2022 Sustainable Packaging Consumer Report, this trend is now more prominent than ever. It found that 76% of consumers made a conscious effort to purchase more sustainable products in the past year, while 86% stated they would be more likely to purchase from a brand or retailer that used sustainable packaging. The report also backed up findings from Forbes and Mintel that showed that Gen Z consumers are generally the ones who value sustainability the most, which pulled out that 72% of 18 to 29-year-olds saying that sustainable packaging is the key factor in their purchase decision, while 56% have actively switched to a competing brand that offers sustainable packaging. So, as an issue, the general concept of packaging recyclability is recognised by consumers, with the benefits of materials contained within the circular economy, maximising efficiencies and minimising waste. However, when it comes to making choices on what to do with different packaging materials when they are ready to throw away, it gets very complex. For example, the country and regional differences in kerbside collections make it confusing for consumers and not easy to recycle certain pack formats, even though they can be effectively dealt with. This is definitely more to do with governments and NGOs like RAP and more for them to do to support coordinating and lead the way to help make it simpler for businesses and the consumers to do the right thing. Well, there's no silver bullet, but we are certainly aware that consumers are seeking plastics reduction and plastics elimination. However, just because something is paper-based does not automatically mean it's circular. There are multiple green solutions on offer, but greenwashing is fast becoming a problem. Harmonising an approach to sustainable labelling and understanding will certainly be a step forward for us all. To avoid adding confusion, our tape development of paper-based solutions has focused on delivering all in critical repulpable materials. This means delivering fibre recovery of the packaging and the tape. Our initial focus has been on the European market, and as such, we've targeted externally certified our solution as recyclable with paper repulpability via the aggressive Italian national recycling standard UNI 11743 and MC 501 2017 criteria and test methods. This means the solution can enter the same waste stream as the material it is applied to and gain all that fibre recovery. Alternative sustainable plastic-like materials were discounted during development process due to the compromises on circularity. This has led us to develop our new product, and we are very pleased to introduce to you and add it to our eco range, the patent pending repulpable tear tape for paper and board called Ripper Tape Halo. First and foremost, our solution is externally certified as recyclable with paper, with the repulpability certified to A+ to that Italian standard I mentioned earlier. This is in part achieved by the fact that the solution is based on a single ply specialised coated paper, which includes no plastic films or laminates. And as the video shows, we've still delivered a tearing performance comparable to our market leading Ripper Tape 60, which is suitable for lighter weight corrugates, fiberboard and paper-based solutions, so perfect for e-commerce. This has been no easy task. Our plastic film of choice historically has been MOP, which provided the optimum production and application performance due to the alignment of polymer chains in the machine direction, maximised to give enhanced braking strength. Finding a paper which can deliver this exceptional performance has been a critical requirement of our development and innovation process. It not only means maintaining openability for the consumer, but also shows no compromise on applications via sheet feed folder gluers or through the corrugation process. If you're visiting Packaging Innovations in Birmingham in February, please come and visit us to see some material in person and talk to our team. So, in conclusion, as consumers across the world increasingly lean upon e-commerce as an essential part of their lives, it's clear that treating packaging as a single-use, disposable item destined for nothing but a waste product will likely become a thing of the past. Returnable, multi-trip packaging consumes fewer materials through its life cycle, which helps reduce waste from both a cost and sustainability standpoint. It will be exciting to see the improvements as the industry opens up to the future with innovative packaging solutions. So for me, it's all about packaging with purpose. Packaging is a benefit if well designed, with sustainability at the core, considering both materials, recycling circularity, and waste reduction. It's in very exciting times for packaging innovation. Let's open up the future with innovative packaging solutions. Just as a final word, I'd like to mention that Essentra Tapes will soon be rebranding as Filtrona. Please watch out for announcements, but we will still be delivering the same great products just under this new banner. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Over to you, Paul.
That was excellent, Ian. Thank you very much. And I look very much forward to the Q&A session in about 10 or 15 minutes. So now let's look at some more packaging innovations from the Innovation Zone packaging platform. Next up is Nevada-based Doorbox that claims to be the world's #1 anti-theft packaging delivery box with alarm protection. The locking assembly securely connects and disconnects to all types of doorknobs, guardrails, posts, or a wall mount, which is supplied in about 3 seconds. The doorbox is secured using the alarm-enabled steel cable. When packages are brought to the door, the delivery person will simply place them inside without needing any code to open it, then press the lever to lock it closed, securing all the packages. If the recipient has multiple packages being delivered on a single day, they can set delivery instructions on an Amazon account just once. Amazon will send those delivery instructions out during every delivery. Doorbox is also completely weatherproof, yet lightweight and portable. Now, clearly, as the e-commerce market grows and businesses look to become more efficient in terms of quick and easy drop-offs and secure drop-offs, these kind of secure solutions are becoming more and more prevalent. Corebox Solutions, who are based in Northamptonshire, are manufacturers of a range of insulated packaging aimed at chilled and frozen products. Their insulated boxes are 100% kerbside recyclable, with the paper and board collected by local councils. The boxes are also plastic-free, plant-based, compostable and biodegradable, and made from over 90% recycled material. Quit. Corebox Solutions, who are based in Northamptonshire, are manufacturers of a range of insulated packaging aimed at chilled and frozen products. Their insulated boxes are 100% kerbside recyclable, with the paper and board collected by local councils, of course. The boxes are also claimed to be plastic-free and biodegradable, and come from over 90% recycled material. All materials used are vegetarian and vegan friendly. CO2 emissions are allegedly reduced by a claimed average of 65% and are also reusable. They are available in 3 different options. The Corebox Chilled 24, which has 4 insulating cavities for 24-hour temperature controlled shipping. Corebox Chilled 48, which, as the name suggests, has a 48-hour temperature controlled shipping capability. And Corebox Frozen, which has 8 insulating cavities. Corebox say that their insulated boxes are suitable for a range of e-commerce food sectors, including food, as well as agriculture, pet care, and pharmaceutical. German label and labelling machine manufacturer Hemp say that they have developed a pressure-sensitive adhesive optimized for the reuse of logistics boxes. Following a study by the University of Graz in 2021, it has been concluded that if the recycling processes are right, logistic cartons and folding boxes can be reused not only 4 to 7 times as previously assumed, but apparently up to 25 occasions as part of this research. Hemp has developed a new range of pressure-sensitive adhesives and corresponding adhesive composites. According to the company, these are categorized by the fact that logistics and other label produced from them cause practically no sticky residue in the recycling process. The range of 5 pressure-sensitive adhesives has received certification from the Paper Technology Foundation, and the only condition that such an adhesive bond has to meet, according to the PTS certificates, is that it must not make up more than 25% of the mass of the cardboard box. Kite Packaging, based in central England, has announced the introduction of a dispenser system for their best-selling Hive Wrap paper protection product. The new product, called the Hive Wrap Box, is an FSC-approved corrugated dispenser that is biodegradable and kerbside recyclable. The Hive Wrap Box is a fully recycled corrugated dispenser which expands and compresses the hive-shaped cells to provide effective shock absorption and protection. The dispenser features a pre-cut slit through which the paper is pulled manually, expanding into a strong interlocking hexagonal structure as it does. The paper is used to wrap and protect customers' products, then hand-torn and placed into the outer packaging. This prevents any internal movement and damage from occurring. Adhesive on the base of the box stops it from slipping when being used. Danish company Swipbox is a developer of high-tech parcel locker solutions. They have now announced an intelligent labeling solution called the Swipbox Circuit that will enable web shops and logistics providers to use strong packaging materials up to 1,000 times, although the reality is that they're never going to be used on that many occasions. To use Swipbox Circuit, the consumer simply removes the content from the package at the parcel locker and leaves the packaging for the courier to return, eliminating the waste normally associated with parcels. Compared with disposable cardboard packaging, which has a reported average lifetime of 24 hours of use, the sustainable benefits of the reusable solution becomes clear. Swipbox is launching Circuit this autumn following successful pilots in Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. According to the company, it will help customers meet the forthcoming legal requirements of Directive 9462EC on packaging and packaging waste. The Kista Kreis is a German returnable packaging system aimed at the e-commerce market. They are introducing reusable and returnable shipping boxes. And the company says that these boxes are made from 100% recycled and recyclable material and are more sustainable than comparable boxes and are easy to erect. There is a flap incorporated in the design, as you can see in the picture, to make returning easier. They are reported to be inexpensive to produce and FSC certified. They also say that their system is fully traceable via an app, and the return system is available to any customer. Through the app, returning the boxes can be incentivized. They have calculated reaching the break-even point from an ecological point of view after the first reuse. They have reported that if 4.5 billion shipments that were sent with their box and only reused a second time, the German market would save the equivalent of 330,000 tonnes of CO2 per year. Tesa is an international manufacturer of adhesive tapes and self-adhesive system solutions based in Germany. They have announced the launch of Tesa 60412, which includes a backing with 70% recycled PCR, post-consumer recycled PET, and is a water-based acrylic adhesive system. The company says that the solution is an ideal alternative to conventionally BOPP or PVC packaging tapes. This new tape is a sustainable packaging tape that features high recycled content in the backing material. It also features strong holding power and is perfect for light and medium weight packaging applications of up to 30 kilograms. It is now available from professional retailers in transparent or on request in brown and white versions. And it's important to note that the tape can be disposed of together with the waste corrugated cardboard and paper packaging without apparently compromising the cardboard recycling process, certainly in Germany at least. Leeds-based letter shop group, Paragon, have launched an alternative to PE-based bubble wrap mailers. They are utilising Henkel's EPEX technology, which expands paper functionality and improves performance while maintaining the sustainability and recyclability of the package. A product called Eco MLR is made entirely of paper and partially of 70% recycled fibres. Because it is paper-based, it can be disposed of and recycled with household paper waste. It is water resistant and also has a self-seal closure that is impervious to water. It is lightweight, making it cheaper to post while also taking up less space than cartons. Lettershop are also able to print on the mailers, meaning that customers can have their mailers branded. This year, Austrian Post plans to introduce reusable packaging. The returnable boxes and bags from Rezip are made from wood pulp and can be reused up to 30 times, though testing has proved that 20 reuses is more realistic. As it was noticed that after 20 reuses, return rates dropped off. Swiss Post, who merged with Austrian Post way back in 2010, extensively tested the packaging between March and September last year. In total, these were sent several thousand times. It has been shown that smaller packaging with little or no filling material is also suitable. The company is combined with a number of other different businesses, including Intersport and Interspa, in the pilot test. Customers can return the packaging after receiving their items. All they have to do is fold the shipping material and hand it in. This can be done via mailboxes, post offices, self-service zones, or directly via the company where the order was placed. I think that's quite important in terms of ensuring that return rates are high by making it as convenient as possible for the end user. Wisconsin-based Great Northern Laminations has launched a new edge protection product aimed at the e-commerce market. Called the eBoard, it is a paper-based solution said to be perfect for protecting heavy, bulky, and expensive items in shipment, and is easy to use. Just peel, place, and protect. The company says that one of the major customer benefits of eBoard is the reduction of product damage, which in turn reduces return and shipment costs, of course. They say that eBoard is easy to apply and easy to remove. There is no need for tape, shrink wrap, strapping, or additional corrugate to keep the product in place and protected during shipment. Once it has served its purpose, eBoard can be easily peeled off and disposed of since it's recyclable. E-board is ideal for products with large appliances, such as large appliances and electronics, TVs, washers and dryers and things like that. Kite Packaging, based in the UK, have announced the launch of Hive Fill. This hexagonal paper-based void fill product is touted as more sustainable than expanded polystyrene chips or bubble wrap due to its recyclability. A dispenser encourages the paper to expand, forming strong hexagonal structures that create protective resistance to knocks and bumps. The paper wrap is simultaneously packed together when pulled through the dispenser to form the durable cushioning layer. This expansion makes the most of the material and gives a considerable reported cost saving using Hi-Fi over other paper-filled products. The paper itself is sustainably sourced and can be responsibly disposed of after use. Hi-Fi is biodegradable and recyclable, meaning that consumers can confidently put it out for local collection in the UK. Hive Fill is available as either a natural brown colour or pure white. Last innovation before we take some questions and answers. So German startup, the Green Project Manufacturing, has launched what it calls Repack-It. The aim of Repack-It is to ensure that well-preserved shipping packaging should be reused with the help of a free app. The company believes that a corrugated box can be reused up to 3 times on average without the material losing its protective properties. And if the carton is still in a usable condition, it still offers the same protection as a new one. The company says that since the majority of the emissions are generated during the manufacture of the boxes, a second life is based on the assumption that around 45% of greenhouse gases can be saved by reusing them. And if it is reused 3 times, the savings are around 60%. Using the app, a location search can be used to find dealers who accept boxes in the immediate vicinity. The providers can then bring in their used packaging material.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Thanks again, Ian, for your excellent presentation. I've got a few questions, if you don't mind. So the first one is, what makes the paper used for Repair Halo so special for the intended application?
So, start by just answering that one. So the paper that we've chosen is it's a specially formulated paper material that doesn't have any plies in it in terms of reinforcement from any other materials. It's literally just paper fibers, it's aligned in a very particular way that gives it the right strength for opening performance. Okay,
and that's a proprietary thing. For Essentra or Filtrona. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
You mentioned about repulpability. So how is that determined for the Repair Halo solution then?
So as I described in the presentation, in Europe, there's no particular homologated standard for assessing repulpability. So as we went through the innovation development, we worked with particular sponsor customers and determined that the Italian standard that I mentioned was kind of the most robust and well thought of standard to look at repulpability through the recycling mills. So we used that one. So we looked at the proportion of tape with the board in there, so kind of a representative mix that would go through kerbside type recycling, and then what was retained through various sieves and meshes after processing at a certain temperature for a certain time.
Okay, excellent. We had a question. You made reference to wrap rage, which I've heard you use before, but can you just explain what that is for anyone that hasn't heard that expression before?
Okay, so that came from one of our surveys back in 2013, and we lent on it again when we did the 2020 survey as well. So basically, that is a term to describe the frustration that consumers have with packaging. So any of us that have tried to get into a plastic clamshell or a CD case back in the day, if you're that old, would have got annoyed because it's difficult to get into. Therefore, that would make you criticize that product. So that wrap rage is where that we coined that term.
Yeah, and that's a good one. I think it perfectly describes the anger and frustration that people experience. So go back to Repair Halo then. What packaging applications are compatible with this new solution?
So As we developed, so we've targeted it at e-commerce paper and board packaging in inverted commas, really. So we're talking about paper bags, we're talking about carton board, we're talking about light grade corrugate, sort of EB flute type area, is where Halo performs excellently and will absolutely replace something like Ripper Tape 60, which is the plastic tape that we've had in the market for years, and it's the market leading solution. It can work on some double walls. We've tried it on examples of that, but really it's targeted at that sort of e-commerce lighter weight type materials.
Okay, excellent. And in terms of different color or printed paper, is that possible for the Ripper Tape Halo solution?
I'll just hand over to Darren Crowder, who's our innovation manager, who actually led this project excellently to bring it to market. So Darren, pass to you for 2 seconds.
Hi, Darren.
Yeah. Hello, Paul. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, I can take that question, no problem. So the standard color we're using at the moment, default color is white. That's the color of the base paper. But we've already done some tests. We've got printing capability, and our tests are quite positive. So we should be able to offer different colors in the near future.
Okay, excellent, good. I mean, I think it's important from a branding point of view, give that brand manager the opportunity to create a little bit of a point of difference in the packaging. So that's really good. One or two more questions. So do you have repulpable paper solutions for lighter or heavier gauge applications? You know, for example, for reinforcement tapes or paper envelopes and things like that?
So Halo will, so on the lighter gauge, Halo will absolutely work. But what we see Halo as is kind of it's a foundation for I guess diversification of innovation. So we will use it as a stepping stone to develop lighter weight versions to go right down into sort of, you know, paper packaging that might end up being used for food. So we see companies, for example, replacing plastic overwrap with paper wrappers in the food market. So solutions from derivatives of Halo for that, and also going to heavier gauge applications as well. We targeted e-commerce because it's the biggest and it's the growing market, and then we'll, you know, diversify the range from there based on this technology platform.
That sounds like there's a huge opportunity.
Yeah,
for the solution must be very exciting. One last question, then we'll just wrap up, and I'll tell you a little bit about our next webinar. Got a question about the trends that we presented, and are we seeing similar trends in USA, Mexico, and Canada, so North and Central America, really, as we're seeing in Europe? And is the US manufacturing participating in making these materials? I think in terms of e-commerce solutions, I think that North America is as on it as you know, as a very evolved online market. They are working on a number of different solutions. I think in terms of sustainability angles and things like reusability and recyclability, Europe is a little bit ahead of the US, it has to be said, which you know, and I think the US is sort of closely following or closely monitoring what's going on in the market. But I would say that Europe, certainly in terms of the sustainability angles of e-commerce innovations, is slightly ahead of the USA. So that's it for the questions. Thank you again, Ian, for an excellent presentation. Just to confirm that this webinar recording will be made available tomorrow, so you'll be able to view that at your leisure. And to let you know that we'll be back next month, Thursday the 23rd of February, plastic packaging innovations at 3 p.m. UK time. So please make sure you book that if you can. And thank you very much for your attention and your attendance. We will be ensuring there's an opportunity for you to ask any additional questions via the email that we send tomorrow. So thank you again for your time, and see you next time. Thank you.